Is Oklahoma City a safe place to live? Are you considering moving here, but you're worried about crime? Well, I'm Natalie Bratton with RE/MAX First, and today I'm finally going to answer your question. Is Oklahoma City a safe place to live? Hey everybody, I'm Natalie Bratton with RE/MAX First in Oklahoma City. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, I talk about Oklahoma, the Oklahoma City metro area, things to do here, what it's like to live here, and most of all, I talk about real estate. So if you're planning a move to this area, if you're planning to visit and thinking about moving here, then click on the subscribe button, click on the bell, so that you can subscribe to my channel and know every time I post a new video. I post neighborhood tours, all kinds of stuff to help you get to know the Oklahoma City area, because I know a lot of you are thinking about moving here and I'm here to help. Okay, so I get asked all the time from you all if Oklahoma City is a safe place to live. And generally I don't answer that question because I don't really know how to answer that question to you. Everybody's idea of a safe place is different. However, I thought I'd try. So I Googled it, because, research. So I Googled it and it turns out that crime here is higher than I thought. I have lived here my whole life, which has been a while, and the crime statistics are a bit high. And what I have discovered though is that pretty much across the whole country, crime has been going up the last few years because we're all a little stressed out and need help. So, crime statistics in Oklahoma City are higher than I expected. And so now I understand why you send me these messages. You Google, is Oklahoma City a safe place to live? And then you're kind of shocked like I am. You thought we were just a bunch of down-home country folk who are super friendly, and it turns out that there are some criminals here too. So you message me and you say, Natalie, is it a safe place to live? Now the good news is, the answer is yes. It is a safe place to live, but there's a few things you need to know about Oklahoma City, and I'm gonna help you understand it here. Okay, so instead of panicking about the crime statistics, I thought, well, Oklahoma City's really grown. We are considered a major metropolitan area, and I know some of you from really big cities laugh at that and think that's crazy. We're not, Seattle or Dallas or whatever. We're still we're not a huge city. Anyway, but I Googled other major cities to compare, and it turns out that we are right along with many other major towns. In fact, as far as crime statistics, we're pretty comparable to Phoenix, Dallas, Atlanta. We're right in there. Towns that have more than us would be like Houston, Nashville, Denver. Who knew? I thought everyone was happy in Denver. Detroit. So, we're right in there. Surprisingly, the towns that had the lowest crime statistics were New York City, LA, and Chicago. All the TV crime dramas happen in LA, Chicago, and New York City. Just figured they had a lot of crime there, but apparently they have it under better control than we do here. So there's a lot of crime, apparently, in Oklahoma City, but here is some good news. Oklahoma City is a huge geographical area. It's over 600 square miles. So when you're looking at crime for Oklahoma City, you need to consider that it is a large space. And so when you look at a crime map, you need to zoom in and notice that there are concentrated areas of crime, and then there are areas with very little crime. And so when you're considering where you want to live, just know that not all areas of Oklahoma City are the same. And so zoom in on the map, look at different areas, different study and research areas, not just crime statistics. And I'm rambling. So one thing you need to know about realtors is legally I cannot steer you to or from an area based on crime or demographics or race or gender or any of those things. So if you ask me if a place is a safe place to live, I cannot give you crime statistics. I can also not tell you should you live here, should you not live here. What I can tell you are property values, how the real estate market is going. Are there good home sales in this area? Is there regentrification happening? Is the market moving? Are people moving into this area, moving out of this area? Are there businesses moving into this area? What is the lifestyle like in this area? What do people do here? So I can send you that kind of information. You know, if an area is having a lot of people moving into it, if home prices are going up, if there is a high statistical amount of people who are homeowners, those are generally going to be safer areas than areas that do not have those things. So when you ask me, is it a good place to live? I'm going to talk about real estate. I'm going to talk about development, and then you decide from there. If you're here in town looking at properties, you know, generally I tell people, drive around the neighborhood. Do you like the way it looks? Come by in the morning, come by at night. See it at different times of day, during the week, on the weekend. What does it look like? What, you know, what kind of action is happening in the neighborhood when you visit? So is Oklahoma City a safe place to live? Yes, but everybody has their spots, right? You know, crime in the cities is generally higher than it is in the suburbs because the population is higher. The population density is higher. If you want a really urban lifestyle, then it's going to be a bit different, and there may be a bit more crime than there is out in the suburbs or out in the rural areas. It just depends on what you are looking for. So the number one thing is know that it's safe here, but that you want to do your research and you want to visit and you want to ask questions. And just know that when it comes to crime statistics, you have to look those up yourself. I'm not going to tell you. Thanks for watching. Come back next week where we talk about other things involving Oklahoma and real estate.